poetry reading, Allen Ginsberg. I walked on the banks of the Tinkan Banana Dock and sat down under a huge shade of a South Pacific locomotive to look for the sunset over the Box House Hills and cry. Jack Kerouac sat beside me on a busty red iron pole. Companion, we thought the same thoughts of the soul, bleak and blue and sad-eyed, surrounded by the gnarled steel roots of trees of machinery. The only water in the river mirrored the red sky. Sun sank on top of the final Frisco peaks. No fish in that stream, no hermit in those mounts, just ourselves, roomy-eyed and hungover, like old bums on the riverbank, tired and wily. Look at the sunflower, he said. There was a dead gray shadow against the sky, big as a man, sitting dry on top of a pile of ancient sawdust. I rushed up and chanted. It was my first sunflower. Memories of Blake, my visions, Harlem, and the hells of eastern rivers. Bridges clanking Joe's greasy sandwiches. Dead baby carriages, black treadless tires, forgotten and untreaded, on the poem of the riverbank. Condoms and pots, steel knives, nothing stainless, only the dank muck of the razor-sharp artifacts passing into the past. In the gray sunflower posed against the sunset, crackly, bleak, and dusty, the same smut and smog of smoke, of olden locomotives in its eye, corolla of bleary spikes pushed down and broken like a battered crown, seeds falling out of its face, soon-to-be toothless mount of sunny air, sun rays obliterated on its hairy head like a dried wire spiderweb, leaves stuck out like arms. Out of the stem, gestures from the sawdust root, broke pieces of plaster fallen out of the black twigs, a dead fly in its ear. Unholy, battered old thing you were, my sunflower. Oh, my soul, I loved you then. The grime was no man's grime but death and human locomotives. All of that dress of dust, that veil of darkened railroad skin, that smog of cheek, that eyelid of black misery, that soot hand or phallus or protuberance of artificial, worse than dirt, industrial, modern, all that civilization, spotting your crazy golden crown, and those blear thoughts of death and dusty loveliness, dusty loveless eyes and ends and withered roots below, in the home pile of sand and sawdust, rubber dollar bills, skin of machinery, the guts and innards of the weeping, coughing car, the empty, lonely tin cans with their rusty tongues alack. What more could I name? The smoked ashes of some cock cigar, the cuts of wheelbarrows, and the milky breasts of cars, entangled in your mummified roots. And you standing before me in the sunset, all of your glory, your form, a perfect beauty of a sunflower, a perfect, excellent, lovely sunflower existence, a sweet, natural eye to the new hip moon, woke up alive and excited, grasping in the sunset shadow, sunrise, golden monthly breeze. How many flies buzzed round your innocent, of your grime, while you curse the heavens of your railroad and your flower soul. Poor dead flower, when did you forget you were a flower? When did you look at your skin and decide you're an impotent, dirty old locomotive, a ghost of a locomotive, and the specter of shade, a once powerful, mad American locomotive? You were never no locomotive, sunflower. You were a sunflower. And you, locomotive, you are a locomotive, forget me not. So I grabbed up the skeleton thick sunflower and stuck it at my side like a scepter, and deliver my sermon to my soul, and Jack's soul too, and to anyone who listened. We're not our skin of grime, we're not our dead, bleak, dusty, imageless locomotive. We're all golden sunflowers inside, blessed by our own seed. Hairy, naked accomplishment, bodies growing into mad, black, formal sunflowers in the sunset, spied on by our eyes under the shadow of the mad locomotive riverbank. Sunset, Frisco, hilly, tin can evening, sit down vision. Beginning yoga breath. Deep, intentional breathing. Anchoring the index and middle finger between the eyebrows, beginning to alternate nostril breathing. Continuing the breath. Becoming aware of the sounds in your space. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Again, take a deep breath in. Let it go. Becoming aware of the sounds in your environment. Bringing the background sounds